share with us the latest development of Pulse Group PLC?
Sure. Well, I think we've been around for several years now, and we've been around through the evolution of a very exciting time with social networks and data mining and everything else. I think the past year we focused on innovation. We've innovated a lot on social media and then on mobile. So just to give you an example, we're now collecting data through social media, conversations that people are talking about on likes and dislikes of services, products, advertising, and also mobile and geolocated type surveys. So it gives us more relevance into not just having one-way collection of data, but also a two-way conversation with consumers.
And how has the research industry market for 2012 evolved so far?
Well, globally, the business is a $32 billion industry. Market research is pretty big. Despite the economy globally for the past 2 years hasn't been that great. The US and Europe have had a pretty much flat 2 years, but Asia is growing. So the research industry is actually growing at about 8% year on year globally, and a lot of that growth coming from Asia. So as you can imagine, fueled by China, fueled by India, and now fueled by markets like Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand. So we're fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. Malaysia is about a $45 million industry, so in ringgit terms about 150 million ringgit or so, which shows that it's quite a mature industry in Malaysia. We have a lot of big brands here, international brands that are based in Malaysia, but now a lot of Malaysian growing brands, whether SMEs or larger brands, going regional and global. So that shows an opportunity for Malaysian brands to start expediting the huge growth markets like Indonesia, Vietnam, which is the most logical and first step for us, seeing that they're our neighbors and they have very large consumer populations. So we're seeing a lot of local brands starting to go regional and investing a lot of research as a result. I think we really help companies and brands predict market entry strategies, if you will. So if brand X has a new product that they'd like to launch into Indonesia, Philippines, what have you, we actually help identify the target segments, the right price points, the right branding strategy to really decrease their risk. And we do that for global brands trying to get into Asia, which everyone's trying to do now. This is the main growth region, but also Asian brands trying to go global. So we facilitate that process via consumer surveys, business surveys, branding strategies, and what have you. So we're in that sort of unique position to do that. So we'll listen and collect data from consumers and businesses in helping our clients grow. We work a lot with government agencies as well, tourism ministries, helping, say Malaysia is one of our markets that we work with, helping Malaysian agencies or Malaysia as a destination brand themselves globally. So, creating Malaysia's tourism hub, for example, a healthcare tourism hub, a high-value tourist hub, but also promoting our corridors, promoting Malaysia as an outsourcing hub, promoting Malaysia as a manufacturing hub. We build strategies for that and for attracting foreign direct investment and everything else. So it's not just at a brand level, but it's also branding at a country level. And we do a lot of this work throughout governments around the region. I think if you look at advertising, you look at PR, you look at research, there's a growing segment of revenue now, a large segment of revenue now deriving from digital. So in advertising, more than 30% of spend is now done online, social media, same for PR, same for market research. So I think it's had a huge impact on how we collect data, analyze data, disseminate data, and I think that chunk is going to go bigger and bigger. That sort of democratization of data gives brands, a real-life, real-time look into what the consumers are feeling about their brands, which is great. But I think the risk for brands is reacting quickly enough on that data. I think now a brand could be made or broken overnight if not reacted quickly. Absolutely. So one could take advantage of it, but if you react slowly, and we've seen this over and over again with issues, brands here, and things going viral, it could either work for you or against you. So one has to really understand the dynamics of leveraging social media as a branding tool, but also understanding the potential pitfalls of it. So we help our clients either leverage it or minimize risk around it.
And what is the key to excel in market research, media, and communications?
I think for us, we look at things in a way of moving quickly as opposed to moving in a very large scale. So we believe in the fast eating the slow, especially with so much movement in the social media space, the technology space. Innovation is happening so quickly that we believe that's more important than the large eating the small. That type of consolidation is relevant 5 to 10 years ago. Now the winners are the folks that move fast, identify trends fast, and enter markets quickly. So, I think speed is of essence, but also understanding how technology impacts our business. So one of the questions earlier on is how do we ensure we can leverage such technology like social media as opposed to be a victim of it. So I think part of the ingredients of being successful is really understanding how it works, really getting it and moving quickly. Right. Well, I think Pulse, as you know, is a Malaysian company that has gone global. We're very proud of that fact. We're one of the very few companies, but probably the only one in this space, especially in the market intelligence space, that has built a global brand, but starting from very humble beginnings in Malaysia, a mere 6-7 years ago. So I think for us, we're very proud of the fact that we've built a global brand. We've knowledge expanded. And created Malaysia as a hub, if you will, for knowledge outsourcing. We've contributed to jobs and well-being of people in this part of the world. We could have easily chosen India, China, Philippines, or Vietnam to grow our operations, but as a Malaysian, I think it's very important that we transfer that knowledge here and invest it here. So I think we've done pretty well in doing that. We'll continue to expand and invest in Malaysia, but at the same time, we want to be recognized as a global brand. So we have offices all over the world. We're public listed in the UK. We have offices in Singapore, India. We have 2 offices in Malaysia. So we have an office in the US. So we're pretty much an international group, but still we consider ourselves a Malaysian company, and we're very proud of that fact.